welcome back to another video. Today we are in the 2021 Volkswagen Jetta. The Jetta is like the most common German compact car you can get if you're not getting a luxury vehicle. This is an entry level, well, all VWs are kind of entry level. This is the 2021 Volkswagen Jetta, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. We're going to start with how it drives, and then we'll talk about the exterior. My name is MJ. Thank you again for joining. Let's dive in. Alright, so I've had the pleasure of living with the Jetta for about 4 days now, and I can tell you that I like it. The last video we did was with the Audi Q5, and I said in that video how much the Audi took a lot of parts from the VW, and luckily we are in a VW and we can share some of those similarities in this video. Starting with the door handle here, which is very similar, and the open and close, and surprisingly some of the trim in here is very similar to what you get in the Audi. It starts to change a little bit in the infotainment system. It's very tailored to VW, a little bit simpler, not a lot of gadgets and stuff. But with this car, which is the base trim, going for about 20,000, you do get everything that you need. Heated seats, no heated steering wheel, lane keep assist, no adaptive cruise control, get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is a touch screen that I don't like, and a lot of other piano black points in the car that I don't like very much. But it is a very clean, easy to get used to, easy to navigate, easy to find where everything is, sort of interior, and that works for me. And that is the whole theme for VW. Make a compact car that isn't too difficult to navigate, that is fairly cheap so everyone can afford, and that feels really good, and they've knocked it out of the park. Driving the VW is really good. The feel of the car over bumps, it's very okay. It's very difficult to complain about new cars in this day and age. I say that quite a bit because everyone has such a high standard for drive quality that they mostly have to live by. The car does have a turbocharged engine that produces 147 horsepower. It is a very little number, but doesn't feel slow at all. The Jetta, if you wanted more power, you could opt for the GLI, which I'm going to put the power on the screen at the bottom. And if you even wanted more, you could get the R line, which gives you even more power, and I'm going to put that on the screen as well. Compact car wise, it's very roomy. I remember back in the day when compact cars used to be current day Golf, which is much bigger than older Golfs, but the current day Golf size in almost every compact car. VW still regards this as a compact car as we go through a rail crossing here. I took that like a champ, no problem at all. Yeah, compact size, this is really big. There's lots of leg room in the front, and from where I'm sitting you also get lots of leg room in the back. So it is a really wide car, no doubt. And quite surprising, everything, or not surprising, everything is getting bigger and bigger and bigger as new cars keep coming out. We've seen that in many different vehicles. The 911s get bigger, even the Camrys and the Accords just get bigger, and this is no different. It's gotten a lot bigger, but this is VW's compact sedan segment, and it's got ample room to sit 4 in the back, 2 in the front. I will gladly take this car on a nice long road trip because you can tell that it is going to be very smooth and very nice to drive on a long ride. To sit a little bit far back in vehicles, and that becomes a problem in some cars with the location of all the climate control vents, depending on how far back I sit, gangster style. In this car, everything is still at reach. I like that they've kept the climate control buttons still buttons. Everything is easy to toggle. I can increase the climate control vents, you know, put it on hot or cold, or change the setting of where the air comes out from within the climate controls, all in reachable positions. Below that, you have one of my biggest gripes with this car. You do have USB-Cs, not regular USB ports. I had to get this additional dongle to be able to plug in my currently now old USB to be able to charge my iPhone. That's Jan's phone with the USB-C over there. You can see it's only got that, and I thought there'd be regular USBs as this road is closed up over here. You're gonna have to take a U-turn. Okay. Now I did hope we're gonna be able to get some regular USB ports in the handrest here, but to my surprise, there is nothing at all. So again, that's what I have to do, which is the biggest complaint I have overall with the car. Back again to the engine size, although the fact is that it has the 147 horsepower, it does pick up quite well. I've never experienced any lag in speeding up to join the on-ramp or anything like that. In fact, really capable, really fast. And I'm just trying to see if I can merge to join the road here. Yep, let's open it. We're on this side. That drop there, if I was in the 46 with the stiffer suspension, I would have felt it a lot. With this, it just glides through, no problem. Yeah, another thing to sitting position and sitting quality, the armrests that are on the right and on the left make it very comfortable for someone like me driving to be able to just rest my arms on long drives and, you know, stare if I needed to, as opposed to keeping them upright throughout the entire drive. I find that very convenient. Not many cars have this at the right position. The other issue is in this car, the seats don't go all the way down like they do in like a BMW or something like that. They actually stay a bit higher up, so you're sitting a bit higher up throughout the car. So if you're any taller than I am, you're gonna have an issue sitting here. This is actually the lowest setting this will go, and a friend of ours was sitting in a car yesterday and had to take the backrest all the way down so they can fit, because they're a lot taller than I am. So you will find an issue with that if you're taller, with your head touching the top of the vehicle. My advice to that is don't get one with the sunroof, so you get a little bit more headroom, and I think that would solve the issue quite well, because the sunroof does account for some headroom. Similar to what we talked about in the Audi, everything is, I'm going to be honest, pretty much the same. The materials on the dash, on the doors, are straight out of VW's manufacturing plant, and they've crossed that over to the Audi. In my opinion, nothing is, you know, too out of the ordinary, so it's pretty much the same. The quality is, you get some leather material up here, and rest of it for the most part is plastic. This is all plastic, that's all plastic, everything else is plastic, but you get the leather bits on the door card over here, and all of these over here are all leather, and they are good. Some plastic bits over here and some scratchy bits down here. Here, a little bit of storage over there and storage in the door bins, but that's pretty much it to store stuff. And I have this, like in most cars, almost full with all my stuff. You do have another USB-C port in there. Again, not a USB, but a USB-C. Outside that, simple. We'll consider this car for $21,000. I think that's a pretty good, you know, price to start off a 2021 2022 car, if you ask me. And what you're getting, no features Apple CarPlay. You don't get, you know, like some driver aids that you will get in the luxury cars, or if you pay more money. I don't mind those things. I want a cheap nice car that does everything I want, gets me everywhere I want, and I don't have to break the bank, and this is definitely it. So I will consider this car on that base. And on that base, I'm gonna find somewhere to park. We're gonna hop out and we'll take a look at the exterior of the car. And I wanted to take a quick look at the exterior of the Jetta, starting with the front end. There's nothing particularly interesting with the front look of the Jetta. Like I said, it's a bigger car. It's still the generic Jetta front look, just a little bit wider to account for the bigger body, and you've got all of the lines on the hood to help for aerodynamics. You do get the LED lights, fog light deletes in this one, and a vent that is open on top, and is a turbocharged car. Your generic VW rims, which I've kind of liked. It does well to cover all of the tire. They're very clean in most VWs that I've seen, but you also do get smaller size tires with a lot of meaty rubber to give you a better ride quality. There is nothing particularly interesting with the side. It's just, you know, your standard VW. It's nice, neat, just a regular side of the car. The back of the car, however, this one looks very clean, very professional. Most cars that are entry-level cars, They just have a very boring back end. This don't try to make it clean, make it look nice. If you look really closely, you could see a little bit of the Audi A4 look going on back there, but outside that, it is just a regular nice clean back end. Very dirty rear view camera is over there. Large VW trunk. Why do I have a tire in there? Because I am going to switch out the tires that is busted on that side over there, if you guys can see. And this gives a proportion of how wide this trunk is. This is a tire in, and look at how much room you've got around it. I'm gonna put the feet of how big this trunk is in the video down here. Again, lots of room in the trunk, lots of room in the interior, and it does account to the size of the car on the outside, which is fairly large, but again gives a nice drive, a nice upscale feel as opposed to your regular entry-level compact sedans. And with that, I want to say thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.